What's going on, friends? This is Jeff Talks, Learning to Rise. This is day 10 of 14 positive videos in 14 days. And to be completely honest, I had a long day, and I actually took a cold shower right when I got home instead of recording the video. I'm sure you guys don't mind, but I feel so much better. I even ate some food, feeling great, refreshed. And I wanted to invite you guys to subscribe, to also like the video. If not, dislike it. If nothing, cool, it's all good. I want to invite you also to go to the link, subscribe to my email list. Definitely going to be having some mini courses and some special stuff coming out very, very soon. I'm in the process of revamping my resume, revamping my website. I'm using another host. I'm not using WordPress anymore. I'm using basically a website host that is much more geared towards like online courses and online services, stuff like that. More prone to more geared towards what I'm going to be offering. So I'm really hoping it goes really good and flows really nice. And for like my standpoint, it works really good, and from a consumer standpoint, it works really good. So very excited about that. Today's topic is going to be how service work gets me out of my head. How being of service and giving back gets me out of my head. I have a pretty cool story. When I called my mentor almost 3 years ago now, give or take. I called him and I was like, I start the week off. I start like the day off, Monday, happy, super stoked to be alive, ready to give back, be of service to, my fellow man. And I'm just like full of energy, right? Full of life, full of spirit, joy. And by the end of the week, whether it's a work week, whether it's, my living situation, I want to wring everybody's neck. I'm done. I'm going crazy. I'm restless, irritable, and discontent. I don't like anybody. Nobody can say anything right. I'm just walking around with a huge chip on my shoulder. And something that he said to me was, Jeff, you're putting expectations when you give. And this really, really hit home to me, because before he even said it, he's like, Jeff, I want to be careful how I say this, because we can go down some rabbit holes. We can just, sky's the limit with this conversation. So he worded it in a way that was like very, very well received, and I understood it. So he was like, you're giving to receive instead of giving to give. And it kind of blew my mind. So when I was, let's just say, for example, maybe I helped fold somebody's laundry because their clothes were in the dryer for too long, and I needed to put my clothes in the dryer, but instead of just folding them and maybe putting them on top of the dryer or something, I would literally just be upset and not do anything, not say anything, and then let my wet clothes sit in the washer. But they need to be in the dryer. But instead of kind of using that person to be mad and using that situation to be mad, because I'm only going to do something nice for somebody if somebody does something nice for me. Kind of like that Indian giver, I'm going to give this, but I really want it back. Or I'm going to give you something, but you better be giving me something. And I hope that example was okay. Gosh, I think we can use this in relationships. We can really use it in anything, that whenever we have expectations of how we even want to be treated, that it can really be hurtful and really devastating. And for me, I found myself getting really, really spiritually sick, and it kind of turned into this expectation of the world and people were put on this earth to make me happy, and my ego was just going crazy. So shout out to my mentor at the time. So just to recap, it was, Jeff, you're giving to get. You're not giving to give. So if you're going to offer something, if you're going to be of service and expect nothing in return. That is true love. That is true selflessness. And actually, it's one of the most amazing things. It's hard. Of course, it's really, really hard. But it can also be so incredibly rewarding. So, also, I wanted to touch on that for sure. And then we'll finish up really quick with just how, when I am able to be of service and basically put myself in somebody else's shoes, or ask somebody if they need something, if they need help, even if it's just a little vent session, and I just need to be a good listener. Being able to be of service, especially now with COVID-19, right? Oh my gosh. An amazing opportunity to just give love. So, in putting myself in somebody else's situation and maybe practicing empathy, I am actually able to get out of my own problems, whatever they may be, hundreds of thousands of millions, that I can create. So it helps me to allow somebody else to come into my life, right? Come into my head, and I'm able to basically feel what they're feeling and empathize with that. And it completely takes me out of my own selfish self-centeredness, and I'm able to really connect with another human being. I'm able to reconnect with myself, and 9 times out of 10, I'm usually grateful. And that's just been my experience. And being in recovery, working with other men in recovery, every single time that I'm able to just sit and listen to somebody else and practice being empathetic, I'm so grateful. So it's this perspective for me that it switches from woe is me, playing the victim, or, more gimme, and I'm only going to give to get. I'm grateful. Grateful for my sobriety. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my family, for my friends, for all these beautiful relationships. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for just shelter, food, running water, a bathroom, all these amenities that I used to take for granted. Even just living now in Southern California, the sunshine, it's beautiful today, beautiful. So I hope that was helpful. I really cannot encourage y'all to be of service, but the reason why I shared in the beginning is because I really had to learn. I had to learn the hard way. I have to check myself before I'm being of service, because if I'm not right internally, or if I have expectations on somebody else when I'm being of service or giving, then that's my motive is all screwed up, right? But what a beautiful, beautiful gift it is when you can do it from an empathetic place, and it helps them as well. It helps them, and it's feeding my soul. And for me, I come back to gratitude every single time, for the most part. I'm not perfect, but I hope that was helpful, guys. And gosh, have a beautiful rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if it was helpful, of course, and comment if you guys like this. Let me know you're out there, and I love y'all. Have a great evening. Bye.